Since we're trying to review, it's been a long time, I'm going to go over all the questions that you've asked. So how about number 13? Can somebody read me the problem? Yeah, you probably need to look at it. Anybody got a book? Portland, you're good? Thank you.
Okay, it says express the quantity as a single logarithm, and then it says log base 10 of A minus log base 10 of B plus log base 10 of C.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, so we're reviewing about logs. We jumped right into the assignment without any review from pre-cal, so this is going to be extremely important for you to make sure that you understand how to remember how to do this. So when we have logs that have the same bases, they can be combined together. Remember, logs are talking about exponents, so you need to be kind of thinking about your exponent rules. For our exponent rules, when we subtracted exponents, what did that come from? When do you subtract exponents? And when it's a division problem. So that means this really could be a division problem. So we could write this as log base 10 of A divided by B. And then isn't this the same base? But this says plus. So that means instead of division, we would change this into multiplication. So then I could just put A times C right there. So this would be our combined answer. And you need to be able to go in the other order and take it out of this form and expand it. Okay? So we wrote this as a single logarithm. It originally had 3 logs. Now we have just 1 log. And then this is our argument. We combined all of those parts into a more complicated argument. Does this match the answer key?
Yeah.
Great. So let's pick up at number 17. Is that the same section, same directions?
Yes.
Great. Cortland, would you help me out with that again?
Okay, 1/2 ln of x minus 5 ln parentheses x squared plus 1.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this says to multiply a ln or a log by 1/2. When did we multiply exponents? When it was an exponent.
The part of the ln is exponent to an exponent.
To an exponent, right. When we have a power to a power. So that means this 1/2 can really become the power here. And what about that 5? It could become the power there. So now we have ln of x to the 1/2 minus ln of x squared plus 1 to the 5th. Now you can combine that into one single logarithm because this says subtraction. And subtraction, we just reminded ourselves, is turns into division of your arguments. And x to the 1/2, how would you write that? Square root of x. So I would combine this into a single logarithm of ln of the square root of x over x squared plus 1 to the 5th. Is that the correct answer? Great. Can we now skip to 31A? I'm just looking at you. All right, 31A. 5 to the x minus 3 equals 10. Okay, so this is a calculator active question. This is not something you would be expected to do without a calculator unless they left the answer in log form. Did it ask you to round it to a certain number of decimal places in the directions? No? Okay, all right. So what is the base of this side? 5. So that means I would rewrite this as log base 5. And do you remember that little memory tool that we use about loggy froggy? So log base 5 of 10 equals the exponent. And the exponent is x minus 3. And can't you type in log base 5 of 10 into your calculator? Yeah.
Actually, I have mine in Testament.
So did your logs get cut off?
Yeah, it only does it with the normal base. It doesn't do it with regular.
Well, when we reset them here at school, we leave log base turned on. So we don't, I hope, we don't cut that off for you. And that won't be cut off on exam day for the AP Calc either. So I'll fix it for you. I can do that. If anybody's calculator won't do log bases, come see me sometime when I have chance and I'll take it out of testing mode for you. Help me out, guys. Take those of you that are not in testing mode, log base 5 of 10, and then won't we just add 3 to it?
Yeah.
3.42,
For three.
3.43. Can anybody verify that? Because I'm not. 4.43, thank you.
Hey, my bad.
Y'all just gotta speak up. Is that right? Yes? Thank you. Okay, how about 33? Can somebody read me the problem that goes with 33? Thank you, Aaron.
Ln of parentheses, ln x equals 1.
So in parentheses
Yeah,
equals 1.
equals 1.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what we want to do with this one is take it out of log form and put it back in exponent form. So what is the base when it says ln? That's log base e. Ln is natural log, which means log base e, that natural number e. So the base here is e, so we would really rewrite that as e to the 1 equals ln of x, correct? Doesn't that just mean that ln of x equals e?
Mhm.
And so now to solve for x, I now want to take this out of log form and put it in exponential form. So what is this base? E. So that'll be e to the e equals
Or equals x.
x. And you can leave it as e to the e. You like that, Wyatt? To the Wyatt?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So wait,
That's weird.
Well, then that matches us, so we're
You
good.
do that like thing twice is basically.
Yes, sir. You're doing the exact same process twice, so it ends
so
up being e
yeah,
to the e.
Okay.
Okay. Are we good? Okay. So next page, 449. Can somebody help me out, please, with number 9?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Root x times ln of x. Or square root of x.
Square root of x, no problem.
Times ln of x.
Times ln of x.
Yeah.
And what are the directions?
Explain, or no, differentiate function.
Okay, so now we're taking derivatives. Do you remember how to take the derivative of ln of u?
It's
The
the
e.
the
Or
derivative
no, it's the
over
derivative
the
of u. Over u.
over.
U prime over u. Remember that was the last note card that you got at the end of last semester.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how you take the derivative of ln of u. So I would first rewrite this as x to the 1/2 times ln of x. So to take the derivative of this product, there's a hint for you. What have you got to use? Product rule. So let's take the derivative of our first function, which would be 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 times our second function. Plus, now leave your first function the same and multiply it times the derivative of ln of x. So what is the derivative of ln of x? 1 over x. Because this is our u. This is our u, if we're using this formula that we just learned the last day that we really had a class. The u value is x. So what is the derivative of x? 1 over u, which we just said was x. Okay? All right? So then I could rewrite this as ln of x over 2 square root of x. Are you good with that? Plus, now what is x to the 1/2 times 1 over x? Square root of x over x, which would then reduce down and be 1 over square root of x. Wouldn't that be real simple to get a common denominator and turn it all into one fraction? You just multiply this by 2 and this by 2. So ln of x plus 2. Notice the argument is simply the x. Don't put the plus 2 in there with the ln. And then 2 over square root of x. Is that the form they left the answer in, or did they leave it as 2 separate fractions? Anybody check the answer and tell me how far they took it?
Maybe we left it square root of x over x.
They might have left it as square root of x over x.
I'm not sure if that was the answer.
Does it have to be simplified down? No. AP Board is fine with you not simplifying that down.
No, they simplified it a little bit.
They did like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very end.
Okay. Anybody got a question for me? Get in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can take the jobber.
He's not even in the car.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
The boat won't hold all of us then.
Yeah, some people have to jump. You guys doing it.
Okay.
In the back of the truck.
Huh?
So that's like 127 the whole.
Senior night tonight for the wrestling team. Y'all should come out and support your classmate. Watch him wrestle and beat two guys badly.
I love watching guys wrestle.
11. We ready? Can you help me out with number 11? Right? 2 wins tonight. Guaranteed. All right. Can you read me 11? Oh yeah, senior night. We have 2. 2. All right, 11. Read me 11. Thank you, Portland. 11.
Okay, the